Hello again and welcome to TV. I am TV, the host of Truth Viral Television, where the truth goes viral. Today we're going to be talking about what's in your wallet. Actually, I want to get in your wallet. I want to get in your bank account. Actually, I want to get in your head by the end of this video, okay, guys? We're going to be talking about what you spend your money on. Okay, what have you been spending your money on, YouTube? What's important? What is money? Do you know what money is? Is money cash? Is money paper? Is money... Let me give you a little example. I mean, the Federal Reserve, it's now February of 2015. We're 103 years of the Federal Reserve being established, right? I think the dollar's lost about 90% of its value since the Federal Reserve has been established. So, what's that worth? Let me ask you this. If you put away, let's say your grandpa, he put away some money for you, well, 60, 80, 100 years ago or something, right? He put $1,000, a few thousand dollars away. What was a few $1,000s worth a few years ago? How about 100 years ago? So your grandpa put a few $1,000s away for you, almost 100 years ago. Okay? What's it worth now? I mean, I know it's worth a few $1,000s, but how far does a few $1,000s get you now? How far did it get you back then? That was a lot of money back then, right? Okay, so if you save that folding, that paper money, right? What's that going to be worth, right? If you're putting all your money in your savings and you're banking on that folding money to be your future, right? That's the hedge for your children and how you're going to pay your bills in the future, your retirement, right? What if you'd have bought some silver? How much was silver 100 years ago? I think it was a couple bucks an ounce, right? What's it worth now? I mean, it's been bouncing up and down. I think today you can go on Kitco and it's about 17 bucks. It was up to 20 bucks. It's up and up. You see where I'm going with this, folks? Even silver would have been a lot better investment than dollars. So what are you spending your money on right now? Are you buying big screen TVs? You got one of those new Xboxes, one of them ones that spy on you and look at you and move and Xbox activate and all that stuff, huh? You got one of those? You got one of them smart TVs that's watching you? All your appliances smart, they all hooked into the grid there? Is that what you're spending your money on? What's important? Is your health important? Are you one of those people? Let me ask you this. If you didn't think about your health, right? You had a bunch of money in the savings account, right? Retirement, then you got sick, right? There goes all your money you just saved, right? End of life care, you're going to spend all your money that you saved to retire and have a good time on a bunch of doctors. Give it to a bunch of doctors and big pharma for a bunch of drugs you probably shouldn't be taking anyways, right? So what are you spending your money on, YouTube? And this stuff is important. Let me ask you this. I don't know. You going to buy some gold? I said silver. You going to buy gold? In the end, you can take all your, right now I think you could get, what's the trade-off? 70 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, right? You gonna buy that 1 ounce of gold, or you gonna have those 60 in the, not in the end of the world, folks. I'm talking about the end of times, the end of this dollar, the end of this phony, whatever, this fiat currency that they got you believing in. What's important? What are you gonna spend your money on? So, hey. When these things are different in the end and you go to spend your money, you come up to me and I've got some stuff to barter with you, right? And you got you put all your money in that gold. You say, hey, you want some change, right? I suppose you want change. See, you put all your eggs in one basket. So I'm going to tell you right now, YouTube, I don't think gold's the investment. Take it as you like it. I don't care. I'd buy silver because I could buy 70 ounces almost of silver to 1 ounce of gold. So what are you spending your money on, YouTube? Huh? What have you been spending your money on all these years? Did you spend it on college? so that you can end up in the unemployment line with every other schmo out there trying to collect some unemployment because they didn't find a job? I'm not saying that education's not important. You invest in any money in your kids so they can take care of you? When you're sick? When them Obama death panel, well, that they come for you, that Obamacare, those death panels come for you? You gonna have those kids to take care of you? You spending any money on them? Hey, I made a video before. Let me ask you this. If in the end, the end of times, whatever, not the end of the world, folks. The world ain't going nowhere. If you couldn't give them the house and the car and all those fancy things in that portfolio, what would you give them? You better start thinking about what you spend your money on. What's the most important thing in the world right now? God. Water comes next, in my eyes. You got a water filtration system? Hey, it's the only thing you can't live without. You go 3 weeks without food. You only go 3 days without water. That's what I'd tell you to spend some money on. Spend some money on something that matters. Things like water filtration, food storage, things for security, and things to keep yourself safe. Not so you feel insecure, so you feel secure, right? Like car insurance, right? Hence the name insurance. Come on, YouTube, what are you spending your money on? I really want you to start thinking about where you're spending your money. The last thing I'm going to hit on before we close this video out here at Truth Viral, because we're going to bring you the truth as often as possible as I can. Okay? Where you spend your money matters. And where you don't spend your money matters too. We need to stop supporting these big, huge corporations that are closing down all our mom and pops, not allowing this beautiful country that we live in to just keep deteriorating. So that's the big portion of what I want to point out in this video, YouTube. Doesn't matter, young or old, you got money? Sometimes it matters where you spend it, right? Yes, absolutely, right? Support the local mom and pop. Support those things. Quit going to the corporation and quit spending your money on things that you don't need or organizations that you shouldn't be supporting. Look into who owns some of these corporations. I'm not going to even go into who owns the corporations in this country. This is pretty much all run by, a handful. It's like the rich and the poor. The gap is so large. There's just a handful of people at the top. So the same people are controlling this country. These are the food that we buy. All these things matter, YouTube. So I wanted to make a video about where your money. I wanted to get in your pocket. I want to find out where you're spending your money. You don't normally get in people's finances. That'll piss people off, right? Am I going to get a thumbs down because I said, hey, what's in your wallet? All right. Hey, you can give me a thumbs down, you can give me a thumbs up. Please, make a comment at the bottom of this video. If you like what I said, if you think this is going to save you some money in the future, save you some time. Hard assets, guys. Think about it. Water storage. If you could buy a water container, look at the price of gas right now. Look how cheap it is. It's under $2. In most of the U.S., if you could buy a bunch of water, you think that $2 a gallon is going to be like that forever? YouTube, come on. Think about it. I'm not saying you could, that's what to do, but more millionaires were made during the Great Depression than any other time in the history of America. Why is that? It's where they spent their money during those times and what they spent their money on and what they didn't spend their money on. So if that's not the truth, once again, I don't know what is. No, that is the truth. And I'm TV for Truth Viral. Thanks for watching Truth Viral, where the truth goes viral.